back. We're here at lesson 4 out of 6. So in 1 hour, we're going to learn how to play guitar. These lessons I learned when I was 32 years old. So if you're a little bit beyond a child's age and you're trying to learn it, don't be afraid, don't be scared. It's super simple. It's really not that intimidating once you understand it's all just patterns and everything repeats itself. You just got to learn 1, 2, 3 things, and then it just kind of goes over and over and over. And the musical journey never stops. If you meet like the world's best musicians, like the Joshua Bells, or anybody that's just amazing at what they do, they'll all tell you they're still learning, and they're the best at what they do. But music's an ongoing journey. So start your music journey here. And if you've had a guitar in the corner of your room, like maybe you know some songs, you know some chords, this is the perfect video, because you kind of learn how to break out of that friend zone with the guitar, I like to call it, and you move into the intermediate zone where you can actually play some stuff and jam with friends and just jump in. Or if a song's, you can have a jingle going on the TV and listen, oh, that's the key. And you're able to get into it and jam. Like, that's amazing. That's all from getting these foundations that we're learning now. So this is episode 4, as I mentioned. If you need to see the first 3, go check it out. We talk about what is a guitar. We talk about how to hold one. We talk about all the different parts of a guitar. We talk about the strings and how we label them. And then in the last video we went over all the different notes, and we went over every single one. And now you know them, and you don't have to memorize them individually, but the patterns that I showed you, that we learned, it's so simple, and you don't have to sit there and this one. No, just know where a few start and end, and then you fill in the blanks as you need. It's super simple. One thing I will say is take a cheers to yourself for learning this stuff. It's always good. As an adult, keep learning, keep growing. Like I like to say, the biggest lie I've ever heard was that after school you stop learning. Dare I say, I've learned a lot more after school than I learned in school. That's nice to learn how to be on time and this and that. There is a function to it. I'm not saying school is irrelevant. But being an efficient adult and learning how taxes work and mortgages and guitar theory, things I wish I learned in school instead of the Pythagorean theorem, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe I'll make another channel about me ranting and raving. So, let's keep it going. Alright. Good time to make sure you're in tune. If you need to learn how to tune it, go to the very first episode. We'll show you how that works. As I have to say, hit like, hit subscribe. Just helps out the channel. Alright, let's get into it. So, we learned the E string, the B string, G string, and so on. So now what we're going to learn is the most foundational part of Western music. It's the C major scale. The C major scale is the building blocks because it has no sharps and no flats. So remember when we learned the 12 notes of Western music, I believe in the second video, and those are A sharp, B, no B sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E, no E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, and back to A. Those 12 notes make up Western music. The C major scale is a set of notes that sound really good together, and they're the building blocks, again, because there's no sharps. So it just goes like this: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then if you continue, it goes back to C. Super simple. So let's show that on the guitar, and when we learn that, we're also going to learn like the best skill new guitarists can have. And it's one that a lot of people don't learn, and they don't excel because of it. And I want you to think about your favorite guitarists. If you ever watch people that really shred, their fingers are separated. They're kind of like, it's almost like a spider walking across. If you ever watch people at like your college dorm or like a high school party or somewhere where there's terrible guitarists, like quote terrible guitarists, their hands are really cramped. They're usually like, they're not free. It doesn't look good, and their fingers are all. No, the really good guitarists, or any good guitarist, they have their fingers spread, and this is like the perfect place to start it. So What I mean when we spread our fingers is that we're going to have them spread out so that each finger plays its own fret. So I'm going to show you by example. So the first fret, any note that we play on that is going to be hit with our first finger here, our pointer finger. The second fret, any note that we hit on this scale as we go through this C major scale that's hit on that fret is going to be hit with our middle finger. Flick G off. Our third fret is the one with the dot there. That'll be played by our ring finger. So any notes anywhere on any of these 6 strings, if it's here, it's going to be played by this finger. And the fourth will be the pinky. Okay? So open notes, you don't have anything. And then first fret will be this finger, second fret, this finger, third fret, and fourth fret. So you can even see if, like, while I'm doing this, doesn't it just look more efficient? And I've got my finger, my thumb there bent, doing my claw as normal. So let's keep it going here. So we're going to learn the C major scale, but while we're doing it, if you have to use your pointer finger, if you're just that new, I understand. You're just learning it, and that's what I want you to learn is the foundations, just the fundamentals of like what's going on. But for the other 99% of people, it's just so worth it to start practicing getting your fingers spread and using your respected fingers. When we start moving this way and this way, it's necessary. You have to learn it. So any practice we're doing, like I said in the second video, if you're just practicing to practice, you're not really doing it well. You need to practice with purpose. Practice correct scales. Practice things with right efficiency. The right efficiency. So that when you're doing this, your muscle memory is creating the right practices, as opposed to just noodling and doing the wrong things. Alright? There's my preach for the day. So let's keep it going. So we're going to start with our ring finger. Okay? Normally I'll have my fingers like this. I'm going to keep them out of the way right now just so you can see it, but I'll show how it looks actually. But right now, just so you see my finger, that is a C note. That is the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And remember, we label them from the ground up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can even count from this way, so 6, 5. So that note right there, 3rd fret, 5th string. That's a C. And remember, the C major scale has C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Back to C. There's no sharps, no flats. So we do C. 5th string, 3rd fret. Then take your hand off, and I'm going to hit, with my right hand here, I'm going to hit the 4th string, which is the D string. So we did C, then you do open D. Now take your middle finger, and it's going to be on the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So we did C on the 5th string, then open D on the 4th string, and then closed 2nd fret. See if I can get in the camera there. And that's an E. And then remember there's no E sharp, so instead of going 2 notes, we just go 1. So we go D, E, F. So 3rd fret on the 4th string. So open D, E, F. Then the next string down is a G, so I'm not hitting anything. So we did D, E, F, then open G, and then you skip the 1st fret, go to the 2nd fret, A. And then there's only one on that string, so then you go to the next string, which is open B, the 2nd string. So we did C, D, E, F, G, A. And now this next one we're doing is the open B, not touching anything, the 2nd string. And then with your 1st finger, you're going to hit the C note, the 2nd string, 1st fret. So it looks like this. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and back to C. That's awesome. I recommend you say the notes as you go out loud. So when you're practicing, say C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And keep doing the claw method. Keep saying them out loud. And then once you get that down, go down and back like this. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. B, A, G, F, E, D, C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. B, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Had to think about it for a second. And that is the C major scale, the building blocks of all music. That is lesson 4 out of this series. The next 2 will finish off and you will be an intermediate guitar player by the end of it. Under 1 hour learning how to play guitar. See you soon.